Student time, I worked as a carney at the P&E.
A carney?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Huh.
Hustling different games and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pretty popular place in the summertime.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of in its twilight years, I think now.
Yeah, I guess you could make pretty good money in the old days, eh?
Oh, I don't know, but I thought, I remember the first time I worked there at the P&E. I worked 23 hours a day and I slept in the B. I was so tired.
How do you work 23 hours a day at the P&E?
Oh, because I would work doing the games and stuff, and then I worked at night doing the flipping hamburgers, and then I would after that I'd work when the P&E closed at night. I got another job there working dipping candy apples and making candy floss for the next day, but dipping the apples was the main thing, and also ice cream with chocolate and nuts on it. I dipped them and put them in the freezer for the next day. So the prep work, I guess, for the following day, and then 2 hours a day I'd sleep for the whole. It was in those days. Is now open Sundays and as well as every weekend, but in those days it was closed on the weekends. On Sunday, on Sunday. But so that was my only 2 days off. But during the week I worked at when I was working there. I would catch my 2 hours of sleep would be at the shooting gallery in behind there. I was so tired I could sleep through anything for 2 hours, and I got them to wake me up after 2 hours and go back to work again.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you remember those days pretty well.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. In fact, there used to be a vacant field just off Hastings Street. Going, I guess that would be going north. Yeah, and they used to keep horses there. And the reason they kept them there is because it was a horse factory. And they'd bring them in alive and getting ready for butchering and stuff like that.
Where was that? Hastings and
Princess, or maybe.
Right when you were a small child?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So that was that, and kindergarten was in that area too.
You remember going to kindergarten?
Oh yeah. Yeah. But it was a simpler time, that's for sure. As I look back now, it was a much simpler time, and we didn't have all of the entertainment that we have today. I can remember at the Royal Oak Theatre in Burnaby, they used to have firemen's days there on the weekend where you'd bring in a used toy, and the firemen would refurbish the used toy and make them into something nice and shiny for the kids who couldn't afford it.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing I recall was they used to have a yo-yo competition. Yeah.
This in the 50s.
Yeah.
What do you remember about the yo-yo contest?
Well, they would come in. There would be a guy who would come in and perform between movies, and he would walk a dog and all the rest
all
of it.
Around the world and
loop to loop and all the rest of it. It was kind
Saturday matinee.
kind of hokey.
It was huge though for a while there. It was really huge.
Yeah, I don't think they even have yo-yos anymore.
Well, not really. Yeah. Kids are on the video games, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not electronically hooked up. They're not interested. Yeah. But it was a good time, to be a kid, And the other thing too is that you used to walk to school and not be afraid to walk to school. Nowadays, of course, every parent is either takes their kid to school in the car, or because they're afraid of all the predators or
Something.
something that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And we need to go back to those days, I think, if that's even possible.
Yeah. I wonder.